speaking of the 2018 being a blessed vintage, that means like, you know, in Chablis, they do have some disease threats throughout the year. And do you think having organic farming here is a big challenge? Because meanwhile, in Chablis, we have a total of 8% of the organic vineyards. And do you think that we will be expecting more vineyards going into organic farming, or do you have any other comments, Yang?
Ideally, yes. Right. I mean, we're living in a world that I think this year is eye-opening for all of us. Even though COVID is nothing related to wine or viticulture, but in the bigger picture, we have to understand that you know, it's just not us living in this on this beautiful planet. So ideally, yes. Hopefully, we can see organic viticulture growing more and more. And personally, as a sommelier, you know, sommelier always like to share stories to consumers, to our guests, and you know, being green or being organic or biodynamic is always a big part of our story. But in the end, it's about quality. In the end, it's about you have to make enough wines to survive, and you have to make good wines to put on the market. You know, that means sometimes you can not be super organic. I mean, personally, I'm fine with it. You know, and organic it's a very healthy way. It's I think it's a possible way to move forward. But I don't think organic purely means quality. So, but if you can be both organic and high quality, for me, that would be great. So what I'm trying to say is make the best one possible. And I think for those quality conscious producers, they will try to be as green as organic can be. Are they certified? Maybe not. Are they 100% according to the organic certification? Maybe not. But I think they are always very cautious on what they do. So I think that's already for me good enough.
Yes, okay. So in France, there is a certification called High Environmental Value Certification. And basically it covers 4 key areas. That is the biodiversity conservation, plant protection strategy, and the fertilizer management, as well as the water resource management. So today there are actually 30 domains that are HVE certified. And Ivy, do you think it's a good trend for the region? And do you think when you're hosting wine classes, are the wine students interested in knowing more about the certification in France?
I think it's students may not have the level of knowledge, you know, of HVE or HEV in English. It's but I think it's a very plausible thing, and it's very sort of commendable that the growers are trying their hard, despite all the challenges, to sort of like be HVE certified. And I think it's and I think what it means to students, what it means in terms of wine, so people who are learning about wine, is that it's a grower who is very careful, who wants to preserve the vineyards and the vines for the next generation, and to keep continuously producing good wine, from healthy grape vines, throughout the generation. So I think that's probably the more important message, is that we are able, from this generation on, to pass on to the next generation something that is sustainable, something that is a legacy of the quality of the vineyards.
Mm-hmm. And Deborah?
Absolutely, I agree with Yang and Ivy about this topic, and I think many of us realize there are regions around the world with sustainability programs, whether they're organic or sustainable growing. We have to applaud them all. And I just want to add, we are the professionals. When I have a party and people come to my house, I can hear them repeating your voices, what you have told them about the wine that gives them pride about the wine. Mm-hmm. So I'm speaking to you earnestly. It's our job to make the consumers excited about these programs and the sustainability efforts that winemakers are making to preserve the future of this industry. We have to get these consumers excited about it. We have to speak with pride.
Yes.